Welcome back to the grind. Today we're going to talk about the spell details for the legendary dragons of the FrostWreath season for the Wave 1 release. First, we'll be talking about Gaulgrim. Now, Gaulgrim is the legendary discounted dark hunter that we'll be seeing at the start of this season, and you can see the portrait in the top corner there. Now, Gaulgrim's main spell will be Chomp, which is an active white 1 rage spell that deals 25 times the dragon's attack power as damage to towers in a small target area. You will be able to destroy 1 to 2 towers with this spell, and then it will have a 4-second cooldown. He will also have Cloak, a 1 rage blue spell, which is seen on many hunters, and then Adaptive Resist, which you cycle for Flak Resist and gain rage. And then he'll have Scavenge, an active blue 1 rage spell that deals increased breath damage, and when you destroy buildings while this spell is active, will restore 16% of his health per tower. Now, something to keep in mind is Tuck 2 has this spell as well, and I guess it was 2 rage for him, but now with Gaulgrim's release, Tuck 2's spell rage cost will decrease to 1. So with Gaulgrim, you'll first want to use Chomp to destroy the blue mage tower, and if that's in the front, then you can destroy the tower that's beside it as well. Then you'll want to blink with Cloak before the blue mage cancels it, and then again after the blue mage is destroyed to dodge the first couple shots from the towers. Then you'll have the option between either staying in Cloak until you're just over top of the last towers and then doing as much damage to those as you can with your breath attacks and 1 more Chomp, or you can uncloak early and destroy the remaining towers in the front row with breath damage and Scavenge to increase your breath damage and regain health as you destroy towers, and then Chomp will be off cooldown again before Scavenge ends, so you can use Chomp to destroy another tower as well and heal from it. If you want to try to complicate things a little, you can try using Scavenge while on the turn and using as much of your breath damage as you can while turning to destroy one of the towers, and then use Chomp and go into the sequence that I just described. So I'm really excited for Gaulgrim. I think everyone should get him, mostly because he's a discount dragon, but he's a hunter as well, so it will help you have a dragon to practice basic hunter skills with. And I think Gaulgrim will actually be pretty decent, even if just to help set up a base, but maybe even for wars, because you can open up with Chomp and then Cloak over top of the island, and then Chomp again before you leave the island, but still avoid the damage. And you can do this and kind of go in and out and do as much damage as you can, hopefully more than 30% or 70%. And then his runes and glyphs will increase Scavenge duration as well as increase hunter attack. So the mythic glyph will probably go on one of my other dragons. Next we have Greif, which is the legendary warrior that will be available with the Wave 1 release. This will be a wind warrior, and you can see the portrait that will be available for this branch up in the right corner there. Now this warrior actually seems pretty interactive and fun to fly, which I think they're trying to do with a lot of the warriors these days. So Greif's main spell will be Wing Gust, which is an active white 1 range spell that will destroy all mid-air projectiles and stun towers for 1 second. And then he'll have Storm Breath, which is an active 1 range white spell that will increase dragon's damage by 200% for 5 seconds. So that will be doing 3 times damage. And then he will have Blood Fury, the blue 1 rage spell that will increase your rage instantly and give you an extra 2 rage. And any towers you destroy during the duration of 4 seconds will grant you health. And then he will also have a Dark Flak Resist. So when you approach an island with Greif, you'll want to use Wing Gust to destroy the super shots that are in the mid-air and stun the towers temporarily. Now you can continue using Wing Gust to stun lock the towers and then use Blood Fury to grant you more rage to continue stunning them. So if you used all your rage on it, you would be able to stun them for a total of 7 seconds. Now if you throw in Storm Breath there, that takes away your chance for 1 stun, but it allows you to do a significantly increased amount of damage to destroy towers quickly. And of course, the first tower you'll have to destroy is the blue mage so that you can use Blood Fury. And the Dark Flak is one of the towers that you can leave to destroy at the end, because even if you do have to take some shots, you will be taking 70% decreased damage. So for those who like warriors or want a reliable dragon, I actually think Greif will be quite good because you can stun towers, you can avoid super shots with Wind Gust, and you can stun lock them for several seconds, as well as have a massively increased amount of damage with Storm Breath. 200% increase is a lot. And if you've seen Gig fly, the difference when he turns on Evil Eye to increase his damage, that's not even 200% increase. So if you open up on an island with Wind Gust and Storm Breath and then continue stun locking with Wind Gust, for the full 5-second duration of Storm Breath, you can keep the towers stun locked and still have one rage left over for a final stun to finish crossing the island, or for a final Storm Breath to allow yourself to quickly destroy the remaining tower. Now, Greif's runes and glyphs will decrease Blood Fury cooldown, which will be awesome for him, as well as increase warrior attack, which I think this is one of the warriors that would most benefit from attack, because none of his spells scale off HP, and if you do things right, you won't have to tank as much damage. For higher levels or hitting tiers above your level and with defenders and stuff, it'll probably be hard with this dragon because he has no spells to one-shot towers like many other dragons do these days. However, for lower level tiers and for average or equal level bases, I feel like this dragon will be pretty reasonable for many, especially newer players at lower levels. So I hope this was helpful. Good luck as you start the new season, and good luck deciding on who you will get and learning to fly them.